Keisha Alexander here.
No, Your Honor, she was, but she didn't vote her.
Aaron Artis.
He is downstairs, Your Honor.
Stephanie Gert.
She was here, Your Honor.
Byron Hills.
Byron Hills is present in the court.
Okay, you explain to him what without prejudice means.
I didn't know it was without prejudice. I will, absolutely.
Byron Hills. On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Byron Lamar Hills, file number 23-00485. Appears for the record, counsel.
Brian Ring on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Mr. Byron Hills.
Okay, Mr. Hills, how are you?
Pretty good, how are you, Your Honor?
I'm well, thank you. Today was the date and time that was set for a final pretrial. The people are moving to dismiss without prejudice because the necessary witnesses failed to appear. They're objecting to the destruction of the records of your arrest under MCL 764.26A. You understand what without prejudice means?
No problem.
So that means that if the necessary witness re-engages with the prosecution's office, they have the right to reissue the charge against you, okay? And if they do that, you'd have to be rearranged and postponed all over. You understand all of that?
I do.
Okay. Do you have any questions at this time? Okay. Any other questions that may come up to you between now and later about this? You can contact your attorney about that, okay? Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing on behalf of people, thank you.
Nothing for the defense. Your Honor.
You're all set. We'll get you a copy of the Denali. Thank you. John Landers, on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus John Mark Landers, file number 23-00336. Yes, please.
Brian Ring on behalf of the people.
Stuart Schaefer on behalf of Mr. Landers. Mr. Landers standing to my right.
Today is the date and time set for a final pre-trial. The people are moving to dismiss without prejudice because they do not have the necessary witness here at this time, correct?
That's good, Judge.
Sorry? Yeah, I see that on the sixth. I don't know why I was just laying it here. Nonetheless, the people are also objecting to the destruction of the arrest records under MCL 764.26A. You understand that, sir? I'm sorry? Thank you. Do you understand what without prejudice means? Okay, do you have any questions at this time? Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing with people, thank you.
We have one additional matter. I'm not sure if the court recalls. My client has a prior case before this court. He entered a plea, he was sentenced. He would like to be able to travel to California to be able to visit his son. He's made arrangements with the family of the victim, his girlfriend, mother of his child, where he would travel to Sacramento and a family member would transport the child to Sacramento where he could visit. There's no contact order, so he can't have contact with the mother. There's also a PPO in California, so he's kind of double protected. If the court would consider, what I would appreciate is if you just leave that issue up to probation, and if you permit him to travel, we can make those arrangements for probation. And I'll tell him he can't, or.
Probation's just gonna ask me.
Oh, okay,
He's on probation before my court.
yes.
That's probably why this is still sitting here. This is on the wrong file. I see your request. That's what I was reading, the request here.
So we had made an earlier.
Do we have the file? Yes, 22-0327. When did I place him on probation?
A month ago, 3 weeks ago, maybe,
Okay,
February 24th?
Yes.
okay. Let's see if we can have, just Could someone grab that file? Yes, thank you. Okay, Zoom, Okay, Mr. Norman, you're here with Malik Jackson.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, are we ready to proceed on him?
Yes, Your Honor.
On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Malik Jackson, file number 19-02262 SD. Council appearance, please.
Michael Norman, P75844, appearing on behalf of Mr. Jackson.
When Mr. Jackson is present via Zoom, Mr. Jackson, you can hear us?
Yes, I can.
Very good. Today was the date set for a sentencing. I do have a pre-sentence report and recommendation. Mr. Norman, you received that, correct?
Yes, we reviewed the PSI. I don't have any corrections, additions, or deletions. As far as allocution, I would just note that Mr. Jackson is employed full-time. Excuse me. He is a resident of Ohio. He has addressed his issues regarding alcohol with counseling and has been compliant on bond. So given all of that, I would just request that the court follow the recommendation in the PSI. I think it's very reasonable.
Is your client seeking to make a statement today?
I don't believe so. Mr. Jackson, is that correct? Would you like to say anything to the court?
I'm just in the process of getting my license back here in Ohio. And what was holding me up was a hold through the Michigan court. And I've been in contact with the Secretary of State and back and forth with your court. I was under the impression that once I picked up all my court fees, which I have so far, that the block would be lifted. Well, Secretary of State gave me new information on a May 19th date, which was new to me because I haven't heard anything about it. Saying that was the reason I have to wait up until that date. I'm not all the way sure, but then she told me that I can, on my court date, which is today, that I can ask for requests to go through with just getting my license back here in Ohio, because I had my driving exam because I had to retest. I had it scheduled, but they told me that they couldn't go through with it because there was still a hold on my license from the state of Michigan.
Mr. Norman, I'm not clear as to who caused the hold or what he's talking about.
Well, I think that is separate through the Secretary of State regarding how Ohio interprets the charge. I don't know if there's necessarily anything this court can do regarding how another state, yeah.
We're not the cause for you having a hold, so I'm not sure why they would tell you you should address it at the court.
But I can talk to Mr. Jackson after court regarding the license issue.
Okay, sounds good. I reviewed the pre-sentence report and recommendation. Also, he doesn't have any prior criminal history before this or in this state. I think the recommendation is appropriate. It states here that he was already participating in counseling at Conquest. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, I'll issue a sentence of fines and costs only. $75 crime victim rights fee that will be assessed plus a $50 state minimum cost. You owe $1,331.41 in OWI cost recovery to the Lansing Police Department. There's a $90 assessment fee that you need to pay. And I'm assessing a fine of $300. Total of $1,846.41. How much are you paying today?
And honestly, I can pay it all off today. Get it out the way.
Okay, good. Okay, you can make payment online at the court website. Give us about 10-15 minutes. I'll get this entered into the system so that you can log in and make that payment. Or you can mail check or money order to the court and use your case number, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions at this time?
Other than my license, what I stated earlier, I do not. It just
Okay, that's not necessarily a question for the court because we don't have a hold on your ability to get your license in Ohio, but this matter will be resolved as of today. And then you can work with your attorney to deal with the Secretary of State issue, okay?
all right. Thank you, Your Honor.
No problem. Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all set, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You have them introductions. Andrea Marie, or is it McRae? Okay. James Nicholas here.
That was,
Mr. Morris, how are you?
Good morning, Your Honor. Doing well. Thank you. How about yourself?
Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Tyler Matthew Wayne, file number 22-03317, council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Peter Samores here on behalf of the defendant, who's also present by way of Zoom video conferencing.
Today is the date and time set for sentencing. Mr. Wayne, can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
I think he did respond, Your Honor. I don't know if go ahead, Mr. Wade,
Yeah.
can you hear?
Yes, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
Okay, very good. Yes. Today's the date and time set for sentencing. Mr. Morris, I have a pre-sentence report. Did you get a copy?
We did.
Okay, are we making corrections, updates, or deletions today?
Not today, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, you can make allocution.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would just state, Your Honor, that Mr. Wade was very thorough, very upfront during the assessment process. I think that's fair to say. It was a very thorough assessment. And in the end, CMH did not recommend any counseling. They recommended a alcohol highway safety program. I think that is appropriate. I know that probation is recommending 6 months probation, albeit a Zoom reporting probation. Nonetheless, I would just state, Your Honor, as the court is well aware, that the presumption is against probation unless there's some other compelling facts to rebut that presumption. And I just don't see that here. We have a 23-year-old this is a true first in every which way. He was very thorough and very upfront in his assessment. He's never really had, I think the assessment bears this out. I don't believe he's a problem drinker. They are not recommending outside outpatient counseling. His marijuana use was limited to 2 years in his life, which these days is actually, probably on the lower end compared to a lot of people whose age who might be smoking pot since age, 13, 14, whatever. And that appears to be not a part of his life either. And so I would just state, Your Honor, that given his lack of criminal history, I think the fact that he's very forthright and also given the age of the offense date on this is August 2nd, 2022. And he's been on bond for a while, not this entire time, because I think there was a delay between the offense date and the charging of Mr. Wade. But all that said, he's performed no problems while on a bond. So in a sense, given from the offense date to the present, he's sort of indirectly probated himself, if you will. And so I would just state, Your Honor, and also I should point out that he is in a position to pay all fines and costs today. He did advise me that. So with that in mind, Your Honor, I would just adopt the recommendation with respect to the alcohol highway safety class, but I don't think probation is needed at this time. Thank you.
Did you find one of the statements today?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
I reviewed the pre-sentence report. Just pretty short. I had the same questions actually that you had, or concerns, as I say, Mr. Morris, about how they determined the recommendation from the perspective of probation, because they didn't really put too much in there. So I was just looking at the substance abuse assessment. The assessor did not recommend a term of probation. I don't see anything else on his prior criminal history. The only thing I can surmise is that the probation officer that authored the report did note that your client has high needs in neighborhood problems, and then moderate high needs in the companions and personality domains. However, there was a moderate low need in the substance use domain, and considering the charge, that would be the concern of the court. It would be nice if he could get it or address his neighborhood problems and find some more friends and deal with that, but that's not the court's concern. So at this time, I think it is appropriate to adopt the presumption that fines and costs are sufficient in this time, and that will be the sentence of the court. I don't see what the right concept of it is. Okay, fines and costs are as such, $75 crime victim rights fee will be assessed, plus a $50 state minimum cost. Looks like there's $100 MSP assessment. Prosecutor cost recovery in the amount of $100. Also has a fine of $300. It's a total of $625, and you can pay today in full.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. You can make payment online on the court website using your case number, or you can come up and make a payment at the criminal traffic window, or you can mail a check or money order to the court using or attaching your case number as well, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
No problem. Do you have any questions at this time?
No, Your Honor.
Any additional matters for the record today, counsel?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. You're all set. Good luck to you, sir.
Thanks. Thank you, Your Honor.
That's trucking.
No, she left. I just threw the dishwasher on. Oh, yeah, Keisha was.
Mrs. Oglio?
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Why are we saying show process? I think this matter was set for a show cause because no one appeared for an arraignment. There's a civil infraction, lighting device under section 393, and then there's a misdemeanor failure to register under the UCR, Unified Carrier Registration. Let's see. And has your client been arraigned or no?
No, Your Honor. Last week, I got this ticket and I actually showed up at your court, Your Honor. I wasn't sure what it was set for, and I appeared, and then your clerk gave me the ticket. And since that time, I made contact with my client, and I also have tried to make contact with the prosecutor's office to see if I could get this case resolved or get my client here. My client is the owner of Deb's Trucking, and he is a truck driver and is on the road. I did inform him that he needed to have a representative appear today for at least an arraignment. The owner is George Frazier. The ticket is written to one of his drivers, Michael William Murphy. And so I was anticipating that someone was going to appear here by Zoom because this is the second time I've appeared and no one's been here except me in the court. So I was hoping somebody would be here, but that hasn't occurred. And I'm not sure if they tried to get on Zoom instructions and just couldn't.
I'm not sure. No, everyone that's been in our waiting room, we've admitted. What I can do is give you an opportunity to speak with the prosecutor while you're here, and then make contact with your client and figure out what's going on there. He signed his paperwork.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're all set. I already noted in the file your request, granting your request, so you're all set. You're all set.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay, we'll get Mr. Ring on in just a minute and then you can speak to him, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor, for that.
No problem. Who do we have here? Who is it?
Kyle Holder for a final pretrial at 8 a.m. Your Honor. We have the witnesses.
Got it. On the record in the matter of the people. State of Michigan versus Kyle James Holder. I have file numbers 21-02075 and 21-03340. Appearances, please.
Brian Ring on behalf of the people.
An Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Kyle Holder, who is present and standing to my right.
How are you, Mr. Holder?
No,
I'm doing all right. Did you get your fingerprints done?
yes, Your Honor. Some doubts.
Today was the date set for final pretrial on both matters. Jury trial set for April 3rd. We're proceeding to trial on both, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yes, Your Honor. We have a trial set, assault and battery set for next Tuesday that I expect to run. And I also would like more time. One question, we have two files. It's the same victim. Are we intending to run it in the same, try to do it in the same day? Or do we want to separate them out?
It's up to you all, because I don't know how many witnesses you have, what evidence you got.
I would try to do them in one day.
I would think we might be able to get them done in one day. as well.
Yes. But in order to prepare for both of those files, I just, if we can get 30 days on it.
May 1st. May 1st at 8 o'clock in the morning. Got any questions today?
No, Your Honor.
Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
That's from people that you.
And no, for defense, thank you.
We'll get you a copy of your notice to appear on those on May 1st, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Honor, did I hear correctly, May 1st?
May 1st.
Don't have time to hit that.
Okay. Good morning, who's on the iPhone? Good morning, sir, with the red. What's your name?
Yep, Travis Luther.
Okay, Mrs. Oglio and Mr. Ring, how do you want to handle this?
Your Honor,
Honor,
I believe Go ahead, Mr. Zig.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Your Honor, thank you for allowing us to speak because I believe we got this case resolved. And the prosecutor has agreed to dismiss the ticket and replace it with 2 impeding traffics, which are civil infractions. If that pleases the court.
Pleases the court. When can your client play? Because this is a cluster, so we will amend to impeding on both. When, when your client can make payment.
I would say no more than 14 days he can have payment.
Okay, I appreciate you all resolving this. And I'll note that in the file, will be paid within 14 days. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. Okay, we're on the record in the matter, the people of the state of Michigan versus Travis William Luther, file number 23-00734. Council appearances.
Brian Ring on behalf of the people.
An assistant public defender, Sarah Donnelly, on behalf of the defendant, Travis Luther, who is appearing separately by video.
Today's debate set for a pre-trial. I have a police officer assault and a domestic violence. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, there is an offer from the state if Mr. Luther were to plead guilty to count 1 of attempted resisting an obstruction, the state would dismiss count 2 of domestic violence. At this time, we would just be requesting, I guess, a 2-week adjournment. So to give the prosecutor time to review the body worn camera, we have a question that we would like answered.
April 17th at 10 a.m.
Shit.
Okay, any additional matters for the record today?
That's for the people. Thank you, Your Honor.
And no for defense. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, do you have any questions, Mr. Luther?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you're all set. We'll see you on the 17th of April.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Stephanie's iPhone. What's your name? Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Are you speaking to me?
Yes.
Oh, I don't have I didn't know if you were talking to me because I don't have an iPhone, but yes, I can hear you. Sorry.
Okay, what's your name?
Stephanie Lewis.
Stephanie Lewis. Okay. Do you have an attorney?
I am her attorney, Your Honor. I'm pretty much, I believe I'm ready to go. Ms. Lewis, I was able to confirm the restitution in the offer. Or, did you have any questions this time?
I don't know.
We're ready.
Very good. We're on the record in the matters of the people of the state of Michigan versus Stephanie Nicole Lewis. File numbers 22-029159169117. Appearance, please.
Brian Ring on behalf of the people.
An assistant public defender, Sarah Donnelly, on behalf of defendant Stephanie Lewis, who is appearing separately by video.
Okay, Ms. Lewis, today was the date that was set for pleas on each file. One file I have a dog bite, the other one I have a dog at large, and the other one I have a dog license vaccination. How are we proceeding, counsel?
Your Honor, these, and all these files are going to be wrapped up into one plea of impeding traffic 02916 SN, and the other 2 files will be dismissed.
Doesn't matter which one we do the impeding on.
It doesn't matter, whatever is easiest for the court. I just had it on the 216, the dog at large.
Okay, is there restitution on one of these files?
There's restitution on the dog bite in the amount of $150.
Yeah, so we'll do the impeding.
Okay. I will change the plea real quick then.
Okay, and Ms. Lewis, you want to accept responsibility to the impeding traffic on this?
Yes.
Okay, the fine is $130. When can you pay that? I'm sorry, it's $125.
Restitution.
When can you pay the fine?
Can I pay it right now?
You can pay it today. And how much is restitution?
$150, Your Honor.
There's also an agreement for restitution in the amount of $150. Is that correct?
Yes. Can I make payments on it?
You can make payments. How much are you gonna pay today?
I can
Or are you
pay,
just paying the $125 today? Is that what you're saying? And then you'll make payments on the restitution?
whatever you want me to do.
Well, I don't know what your finances look like. I can't speak to that.
I can pay 100 on it today.
Okay. When are you gonna make your next payment, man?
I can make it this coming Friday.
On how much you gonna pay? Ben?
I don't know. I need to sit down and figure out my finances, to be honest with you.
Okay, yeah, so you have this 125 and there's 150, that's 275. If you pay 100 today, you'll owe 175. Do you want to pay in monthly increments? What do you want to do? Weekly increments?
Let me do weekly. If I can pay I can probably pay 100 next week, and then just the following week, we'll just do it like that so I can get it over with.
Okay, I'll note that in the file. You can make your payment by going to the court website and pulling up this case. This is case number 22-02915. Okay, so that's the one that you would pay the fine on, okay?
Okay.
You can also come up to the court and make payment at check or money order to the court as well. Do you have any questions at this time?
No, ma'am.
Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Those are the people, thank you, Your Honor.
And none for defense, thank you.
You're all set, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so we got a message, Laura Morales is trying to log in.
Maura Jackson.
Yes.
Oh. We reset one of your final pre-trials while you were gone. Who was that?
Duncan.
Duncan, we're gonna hold the final pre-trial on April 3rd, which is the date of the jury trial. And then we're gonna have the jury trial. Yeah. May 22nd is the new jury trial date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No problem. Who is representing, or does Ms. Jackson have representation?
I believe that's John.
How come we don't have an appearance? What's that all about? Let me see what it is.
It's in that water right now.
Mr. Lee, we need an appearance on Jackson's file.
Okay. I will have our paralegal send one over to you right now.
Thank you. Did you need to speak to Ms. Jackson?
No, we're prepared to proceed, Your Honor.
We're on the record of the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Demora Jackson. File number 23-00420. Appearance, please.
Brian Rang on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Demora Jackson, who is joining us via Zoom.
Okay, Ms. Jackson, today's the date set for a pre-trial on a dog license vaccination. How are we proceeding, counsel?
Your Honor, Ms. Jackson has an appointment to get the dogs vaccinated on April 14th. She has also investigated the fee to get the license and intends to get the license immediately thereafter. So we're requesting an adjournment until after that time.
$30 days.
May 1st at 9:30.
May 1st at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No problem. Any questions today, Ms. Jackson?
No.
Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing on behalf of the people, thank you.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Jackson. We'll see you in May.
Thank you.
No problem. Not seeing Jeremy Hackett. Which one? And Reginald Henderson is failed to appear. Wait, there's something going on with that file.
Yeah, and I don't remember what Sarah and I were talking about it, but I don't remember.
There's something pending in East Lansing. Trying to do mental health court. I don't know where we said it. But let's see.
Sometime after April and when
Yeah.
you say I'll get the reads. Laura Morales, the number keeps saying it's not accepting phone calls. Oh, wait, Kelly just gave me a new email, or a new phone number, so I'm gonna try to call her.
What's going on with Henderson?
Reginald, I don't expect him here, Your Honor. He was finally released from custody. We had a deal worked out where he went to House of Commons on all his, his East Lansing matters, but he left House of Commons. So I don't know where he is in the wind.
Oh, that's good.
What's up with Morales? Like expired plate? What's wrong with the license, do you know? All right, well, I'm gonna go try this other phone number so I can try to see if I can get her on.
So I think we're good into.
Thank you.
Yeah, no
I'm sorry,
problem.
absolutely.
Please be seated. Alejo failed to appear.
Yes, Your Honor, I have, he had his notice to appear from last time he was here and I have no contact with him.
That's who our interpreter's here for.
Yes, Your Honor, an interpreter did appear today.
Okay, the interpreter's free to go.
You're good.
I just want to one that was released.
Yeah.
What do we have here?
Your Honor, in the room right now is Mr. Savitsky, ready to go on that one.
Did I just sign for being no vexer? What happened with Morales?
Ms. Morales, tried to appear, but her plan to appear by video, but she needed her daughter's help. Her daughter got in an accident. Ms. Morales is also sick. I could hear it, so I didn't want her to come in person. And I just got appointed a case, just got the ticket today, so I was just gonna adjourn it for a week anyways. We do have an offer, but I was just gonna ask if the court could set it for next Monday. And hopefully she can either appear by video or in person at that time.
Set it for in person.
April 3rd at 10:30.
April 3rd at 10:30. What do we do with Wallace?
Mr. Wallace is in custody in Genesee County. We need to have him ready.
On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus William Savitsky, file number 23-00311. Council appeal.
Brian Ray, on behalf of the people.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant, William Savitsky, who is present and standing to my right.
Good, Mr. Savitsky, today was the date that was set for a pre-trial. We reset this matter because on the 13th, it said that we would struggle with getting the dog license, but the dog was vaccinated. Are we proceeding at this time?
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, 2 of the dogs are now licensed. The third dog's rabies vaccine had expired, so Mr. Savitsky has set an appointment for April 11th to have it re-upped, and we just be requesting an adjournment till after then.
April 17th at 10.
April 17th at 10. Do you have any questions today, sir?
No, ma'am.
Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing with the people, thank you.
And none for defense.
Get your copy of your notice. You're welcome.